Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our end of the market update for Monday, May the 17th of 2021. And what a crappy, choppy, non-directional day we had today in the markets. Okay, and the SPY and the NASDAQ, individual names. I mean, there were some that were running, but this might be a time to start looking into value. I mean, who knows, right? There are some bullish interpretations out there that indicate further upside into the Qs and also the SPY. But listen, this is all indicative of digestion for the CPI number that came in a couple of weeks ago or last week. All right, we have to let the markets digest to see what is the next move. We will know relatively soon. Normally, these things take time. Okay, and so with market conditions such today, our objective and our main goal is to just sit, chill, and just watch the market unfold and let price action come to us. Otherwise, if we try to force a direction, we're gonna get chopped and we're gonna get blown out of the water. So, with that being said, this wave 4 pullback on the SPY, we were tracking it coming in into today from our last meeting, or our last video. Okay, you know that's what we were looking for. Also, in the Discord group, we post daily updates for the SPY and the Qs using our preferred technical analysis using Elliott wave theory. Okay, that gave us a tool to understand what was coming next. So let's zoom out and let's review. Let's review the daily time frame and where we are today. So as you can see, we are coming into a conclusion with the wave 5 in the minor degree, wave 5 in the intermediate degree of primary 1 degree. This whole cycle is coming out of the March 20 lows pre-COVID or during the COVID sell-off when we bottomed out, and then we're now making our way back up. Excuse me. So what we have here is coming off from wave 4 on November lows. We went up in 1 minor degree, down 2, 3, ABC correction in the wave 4, and now we're making this sort of push towards new all-time highs. So in the primary degree, wave 5, you get 3 versus 4. So we're measuring the extension of wave 3 versus wave 4 to get the projector or theoretical target of wave 5, which comes in at 454 spot 12. In the minor degree, so this is what I've always been telling you guys. We do these type of things. We do these several Fib clusterings, so Fib measurements, right? So that we can come up with Fib clusters within the same wave of the lesser degree. So in our case here, we're looking for the minor degree wave 5 to finish at the 1618. Okay, intermediate degree wave 5 to finish at the 1618 also, which coincidentally enough, they came in close to each other at 444 spot 38, which is in the minor degree, and intermediate degree comes in at 454 spot 12. Okay, now once we see a completion of this wave up, so we potentially have just about 7% more into the upside. I mean, who knows, right? This is just a theoretical projection. Once we see this, potentially we are going to fall and roll over into the wave 2. Now, this wave 2 is yet to be determined once we get a confirmation or a theoretical finish of wave 1 in the primary degree. Normally, these waves, once we hit the top, right, we can do a retracement and then figure out where potentially this wave 2 will bottom using the common and most useful Fib retracement tools for the wave 2, which is the 23.6, the 38.2, or the 50% retracement. Okay, so let's zoom out. Let's zoom in into. Actually, let's do this one thing as I normally like to do. Let's turn on our indicators and let's zoom in. As you can see here, last week we were discussing the fact that the SPY was holding the 50-day simple moving average. So we touched it, held support, and now we're bouncing up into. And now actually we're stuck between the 20-day simple moving average and the 50. But let's now go down into the 1 hour time frame. Let's shut off our indicators. And let's reset this chart. Now reviewing this from the minor degree wave 4 and intermediate degree wave 4. My apologies. Sorry for the skewed there. So go up in 1 in minor degree, down 2, 3, 4, and now from the 4th degree here we go up in 1 in the minor degree, down in 2, up in 3, down in 4. So the wave 4 came in at the 38.2% retracement. We bounced off, we held support, which was sort of the line in the sand for us, right? Because if you remember, this was a must hold level. The 398.05, which was the top of wave 1, had this price action rolled over and gone beyond this south of this line here, then this whole wave count would have been invalidated, and perhaps, just perhaps, wave 5 of primary degree and wave 1 would have topped here, and the higher degree wave 2 would have been unfolding. Excuse me. Pretty killer allergies nowadays, guys. Anyway, so what we have here is that we found support at the 38.2% retracement, which came in at 404.84. Taking you down to the 30-minute time frame on the SPY, let's dissect this wave count. Okay, now let's zoom out a little bit and fix this here. So from the minute degree wave 2, we went up in 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we found that this whole structure was pretty tricky to track back in during this time here, but we're labeling it as such. So 3 waves down in A, 3 waves up in B, and now 5 waves down in C. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which came in again at the 38.4% retracement in the higher degree wave 4. Now here we are, and we're trying to push higher into new all-time highs. Okay, now the way I'm looking at this, guys, is that we're going up in 1, down in 2. Last week we made a great push into the wave 3. We broke all these levels of resistance, and now we are correcting this whole move in the wave 4. Now the way I see this is that this is down in A, up in B. B will come in anywhere between the 50% retracement to the 78.6, which is 416.67 or 415.46. Anywhere between the zone, we may find resistance and head on lower. But look at this, guys. We cannot go beyond the territory of wave 1. So this comes in at an invalidation level of 412. So key levels to watch for tomorrow are 416, 415 to the upside, potentially break higher, because we may very well have finished wave 4 here. If we continue rolling over, our key level to watch is 412.03. Okay, so where will potentially wave 5 of wave 1 finish? If we have already bottomed in wave 4, we'll take a quick retracement extension tool from the low of wave 2 to the high wave 3 down to the wave 4, and we get a theoretical new high 100% extension of this move versus this move here at 423.32, which will be new all-time highs for the SPY. Okay, so this until we see some clarity, perhaps a break above this new high or finding support. If we do end up rolling over just slightly, holding these levels here anywhere between the 413 to the 412, we are going to look for a trade opportunity to take us into the 423 or the wave 5. So keep these 3 levels in mind: 423, 416, 415, and 412. All right, guys. So once this whole move, if we don't get clarity and we don't get to trade this move here, look for a 3-wave pullback in the wave 2, and then here, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're going to take advantage to take us up to the wave 3. All right, so that's the Qs. Now, sorry, that's the SPY. Now taking you over to the Qs. The Qs have been a little bit tricky, to say the very least. Okay, so primary degree wave 5 will come in at the 379.01, and minor degree wave 5 will come in at 374.99 or 375. So these levels, once again, like we did in the SPY, are taking from the low, from the wave 3 projected to the wave 4. You get the primary degree. Oops, no, it's not primary. This is minor degree, intermediate degree. Sorry, I forgot to spell that. Intermediate degree wave 5 will come in at 379. So that's a projection from wave 3 projected to wave 4. You get the 100% extension of this whole move. Then to get the minor degree wave 3, you do the same thing. Projection from 3 down to theoretical wave 4, which should come at support somewhere in the, with this bottom trend channel. Okay, and that should come out at the 374.99. Now, excuse me again. Let's review this wave count. So up in 1 in the minor degree, down in 2, 3, Now we're looking for the wave 4. Wave 4 has been a pretty difficult wave to track. Okay, now wave invalidation. See, I don't think that wave 4, well, it's already confirmed that wave 4 did not finish here, and now we're going up in 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 for the final 5th wave. It's not true. Why? Because if this was the case, right, wave 4 retraced beyond, well, it went south of the territory of the end of wave 1, so that invalidates the overall count. So the way we're looking at this is a flat correction, A, B, and C. Now, before we dive into the lower time frames, let's take a look at our indicators here. As you can see, the orange line is the 50-day simple moving average. The red line is the 200. The Qs are struggling to break above the 200, the 50-day simple moving average. As you can very well see, we broke below it. We're now trying to retest it, but it does not appear that that's the case. Now, the way I'm looking at this is that perhaps we have a little bit of more lows to go, but I'm not too sure. What I am thinking here, guys, and just bear with me, okay, as I mentioned to you, wave 4 can morph into different types of patterns, okay, and what we have here now, if I take you down to the lower time frames, if I take you down to the 1 hour time frame, what I feel we have here, okay, is a triangle, and we may have already formed that, right? I mean, before we were looking into a flat, now we're looking at a triangle. I mean, God knows. But if we continue to roll over, right, if this is in fact 3 waves up, down into the, a pullback in the corrective form or manner, then we're going to see a rollover, okay, and we're going to touch this bottom trend channel. However, if this is the case, so coming off from the February highs, we go down in A, up in B, down in C, up in D, and down in E before we pick direction and go on into our all-time highs. Okay, so we're still, if this is the case, guys, we still have a little bit more chop, a little bit more sideways price action in the Qs. Okay, so you have to be very careful. Just because the SPY may be in the verge of breakout mode doesn't mean that the Qs will follow. The Qs may lag just a bit. Okay, it may lag just a bit. We may see a new push. We get faked out over here. Traders are going to come in long it, maybe thinking that we're going to break up to new highs, but then they're going to find themselves in the trap because we're going to head on lower, they sell, and then we go on higher, and then they try to chase it, and then that's disastrous. But we don't do that at Trending Wavez. We wait for confirmation and clarity. Taking you down to the 30-minute time frame, okay, let's digest and let's review this wave count here. So from the wave 3, ABC down in wave A, ABC down and up in wave B, which comes in at the retracement of wave A comes in at just shy of the 1272 external retracement. Now wave C is a projection of wave A versus wave B, which came in at the 61.8%, which is pretty valid, right? A, B, and C. Now we're printing the first wave, perhaps this is second wave, and now we're gonna meandering ourselves up to the third wave to the 78.6% retracement, at which point we're going to find resistance at these levels and then head on lower to complete the wave 4. All right, so all in all, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm looking at. So to sum it up, the SPY is at about 90%, maybe I say 60 to 90% possibility of breaking out into new all-time highs. But the Qs, I give it about a 50%, a 50-50 chance that we're still in a correction in the wave 4, the minor degree, and perhaps on the other 50% is that we're now trying or attempting to break into all-time highs. Time will tell, but the key to understanding Elliott wave theory and the Elliott wave analysis is to just be patient. Let markets come and tell us what to do. Let's not force plays. All right. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your time as always. I would love, and I mean, I've been very grateful that my channel is growing little by little, and thank you to everybody that has been listening and has been subscribing. Please consider subscribing. Please give me a thumbs up. Please drop your comments down below so we can interact. If you want everyday Elliott wave theory analysis for the SPY, the Qs, or any individual names that you want, hop on over to the Discord group. Try out for our free trial for the group, okay, at no risk. And I'll be very excited to start working with you guys. Until then, I shall see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.